So what we're trying to do as organizers of PromoCon, as PMI members, and Association of Project Managers in Nigeria, is to set that standard, build capacity for people that do not even have the knowledge of how project management works. So what we had in the past, what we've had in the last 48 hours, was to teach people practical knowledge of how to plan projects, how to apply project management to PPP, how to initiate projects, how to monitor and evaluate projects. That is what we've done in the past 48 hours. So with this, we're building awareness, we're building capacity, we're creating this network of professional project managers that will be able to handle projects from control start to an appropriate closure. Because what we have in Nigeria are open-ended projects, serious variations going on, and it costs both the customer and people that are supposed to benefit from such projects. It costs us a lot, both time and human resources.
I think this conference, if nothing, has opened the minds of so many people to the full implication of what project management is all about. That's why I continue to praise the young men and women who packaged this particular program. Most of us have different notions about what projects are and the relationship to projects and development. But if we understand that that special skill, if it's there and we're able to do, just like the paper I delivered, the critical thing is to show that money is not the problem in Nigerian development. And human beings per se isn't the problem. The next thing is that land is not the problem. What is that critical element of the skill? And that's what project management is still. And once we're able to buy into it, we'll be. Look at any problem we have here. The power sector from 1999 to today, do you know how much Nigeria has sunk in? It's a public knowledge. But yet, we are unable to produce more than 3,000 megawatts of electricity for a population of 160. Small country like Benin Republic, you don't have this type of problem. So what it has told us, at least if we're able to package it out, is that good management and skills, you will be able to utilize the small resources you have to deliver an optimum result.
When I've been blown apart, it's much more than I had expected. It's not like I was expecting something less, but not in this scope, not in this magnitude. And that's why staying till 6 every day didn't make any difference to me, because it was worth the while. I am coming from a risk management background, but if you listen to all the lectures, risk management, project management, all interwoven. You can't do one without the other. The risk I'm driving a custom is it's a project. It's a projectized risk management. And no matter the kind of project you are driving, if you don't add the element of risk, you're going to run into problems. So they are interwoven, and it has enriched my knowledge. And like I said, because we recognize the essence of project management in what we do, that's why we are part of it.
The two-day event provided an excellent opportunity for networking and knowledge sharing amongst practicing and intending project managers, dissemination of innovative ideas, and fostering new partnerships among private and public project managers, all aimed at national development.
The government and private sector should take project management serious to the degree of risk and the degree of funding that is involved in any project. As an example, standards of project management. The PMI standards in my country, the United States, are also our national standards for project management. So the American National Standards Organization is also the publisher of those standards for project management. How serious is the United States government as example? By law, projects above a certain value have to use an earned value management system to ensure that those projects are delivered in time, cost, and quality. So yes, project management should be taken very seriously because it is a separate discipline that crosses many, many fields, whether it's the health field, whether it's the construction field, whether it's the IT sector. All of those industries and even government organizations can take advantage of formal project management.
Vision 2020 is not going to be delivered without project management. Infrastructure, power, roads, that's the only way. We need to be disciplined about doing what we need to do as a nation to even start to utilize our resources. We're seriously underperforming as a nation. We have all the people, they don't have the skills, we don't have the political will, we don't have the processes. So project management can really help us to define and achieve.
Believe you me, the way I look at national development, it is not about government alone. I have told you we must have a paradigm shift. The paradigm shift we are going to have is that for you and me to know that we have a stake. We are stakeholders in national development. Presidency is a stakeholder. The sponsors can bring all the money. If we don't have the collective will and the right attitude to ensure that we do what is required of us as citizens of Nigeria, we are going nowhere. So let us correct the misgiving that national project, national development, it is all about government initiative. No, we are all involved. Even the way and manner you organize your family at home is part and parcel of successful national development program.
Project management as a tool for development is very important. And one of the things that has actually pervaded the conference is that we've seen that it's one area, it's one discipline that's properly implemented will help this country to actually achieve its full potential. In terms of takeaways, one of the things that we need to do, which I said in closing, that we actually need to have an action plan as to how project management can help the country's development. We need to work with government. Most of us are from most of the organizers are from the private sector. But this year we felt that we needed to involve those in the public sector, which was why we sought those people in the public sector, and they showed that they actually have started doing some things. But it's not enough. There is a lot more that needs to be done. We also need to help government to actually identify milestones. We can't not just say that we have a 2020 vision. We need to have milestones where we need to get to every year or every few years. Where do we see ourselves in year 2015, for instance? Or even 2015 is even 2012. Where do we need to be? Because if you're not there, what do you need to do in order to get there?
The next level after this conference, well, obviously, knowledge needs to be put into practice. I have found in my time working in Nigeria, there is no shortage of knowledge in many fields, project management being one of them. The practical application is sometimes slower to start on. So in fact, there are a lot of applications for project management that the private sector can take advantage of, and government. So in some ways it's a question of taking the knowledge that's in a conference like this and spreading it out to government. Now there are some key elements in government already that understand the critical value of project management. That's a very good sign because it can help better control of contracts, better control of prices for those contracts, better deliverables. And it's not a shortage of funding. to get good projects in Nigeria. You are a wealthy country. It's how that funding is expended. And good project management can be associated with good deliverables. So that's the step. It just needs continuous momentum building. And as it builds, Nigeria will benefit.
One recurring theme during the two-day conference is the need for all stakeholders to come together for the benefit of delivery of projects and realization of dreams.
Projects can never be done by one person. Project involves a lot of stakeholders, those that are working directly on it and those that are indirectly connected. Whoever has an interest, those that are paying for it, like sponsors, those that are going to use them, like users. Indeed, those that are going to be paid to even build it, we call them suppliers. They are all part of and parcel of the stakeholders, not to talk of the people that are actually working as the foot soldiers. We call them the project team members. So you can see a lot of people are involved. In fact, beyond that, we have people that manages the records. We call them configuration management assistants. They are the people that manages the records of projects. Everything that happens in the project must be necessarily documented as issues, including those risks that occur. And that is what we will use eventually to develop your lessons learned documents. Until when the lessons learned documents are developed, the project cannot be closed. So what is the place of teamwork? There will be no project if there is no teamwork. What is teamwork? Teamwork is the cooperation that is required to be given by all and sundry in order for the objectives of the project to be realized. And everybody is important, from the chairman of the board, the project board, to the last person, even in the team. They are all important. These days we are even talking about assurance group. The assurance group is the group that stands aside, carrying out an oversight function, reporting directly to the executive, to be able to give them a second-hand opinion on what is actually going on that project. It is there to be able to confirm what the project manager is doing and what the project manager is reporting. It helps to put the project managers also on their toes and for them to know that final decision does not necessarily rest with him or her, but that he needed input from all the other people. So, to say the least, teamwork is an extraordinary ingredient necessary to develop and deliver projects successfully.
Promocon is organized annually by Icentra Consulting in collaboration with PMI Nigeria. This year's event was proudly sponsored by the Central Bank of Nigeria and the Infrastructure Concession Regulatory Commission, ICRC, with support from Media Block Consulting Group, Abridge Consulting, and Ocean Midas, with media partnership from PM Foresight and PM Forum. Location exhibitors include CPMS as well as Bratim and German Consulting. The conference ended with the publication of a communique which captured the many thought-provoking recommendations to the private sector and to the government on how to institutionalize project management and use it to drive national development. One can begin to look forward to the impact Promocon 2011 promises.
Even though I represent iCentral on this project, we deliver PromoCon every year with the support of so many organizations, notably PMI. This year, CBN played a very key role. ICLC played a very key role. We have a vision. It's a collection of ideas. We're going to take the gospel of project management to the next level. And we're not going to stop until the people at the right places understand our mission, which is very, very critical to the development of this country and the sustainability of the nation as a whole. Every year must be a project. So, of course, next year, we're going to look at our economy, we're going to look at the polity, we're going to look at challenges facing the nation, and we'll form a theme around it. And we'll form a think tank around the challenges, and we'll come up with something bigger, better, and brighter for the benefit of Nigeria.
Thank you, Mr.
Thank you very much.